we all have this inner dialogue going on within us. And so anything that we could do as an individual to help, push somebody in the right direction, to feel happy, to feel inspired, to be more compassionate or empathetic, I think those are things that only words can do. And that's the difference, is like only words can make those change. It doesn't matter what buildings I make and build, or what town I create, or or what new phone I just made. My words are so much more powerful in that aspect.
We all have an inner dialogue. It's so important for you to be aware of your inner dialogue. So the best thing I can say in the morning when you start your day, the inner dialogue should be about your intention. Set your intention. And let's take it even further. Every single time before you enter any new room, set an intention of what your purpose is entering that room. So that way you're automatically put into your awareness and into your present. Next, reflect at the end of the day every day. Have the inner dialogue of how you can do better every day. And see where it takes you. See what happens. It's such an important concept. And then help others with their dialogues. If you see someone's having the wrong self-talk with themselves, have the conversation with them. Just make them aware. They just don't know. But the only way to do that is by listening. You have to empathetically listen. If you don't empathetically listen, if you don't listen to their emotion with their words, they're not going to give you the same courtesy because you didn't give it to them. You have to model listening for them so that they learn and know how to listen, because it is a skill. Then understand that with every word you use, you're transferring emotion. So you can say a good message, but if you don't have the right emotions behind that message, you're actually not saying what those words are meant to say. See, I can say, I'm going to help you. Or I can say, I'm going to help you. Makes a difference. Words, they need to be equipped. And not just with emotion, with action. That's why integrity is one of the most important attributes anyone can have. Because if you are integral as a human being, that means that you always keep your word. And your word is so important. Because your word, by keeping it, is what makes up your reputation. Which then makes up your name, who you are. The way the world views you. So envision it, speak it, then manifest it. It matters. And let's say you're not having the right thoughts, then speak it first. Speak the way a person that you want to be like speaks. So in that way the right thoughts can start being born. And have an understanding that a lot of the words that you use today have been preconditioned. So start paying attention to your language and start evolving your language and see what happens. Day-to-day conversation. And don't speak with people that are gonna have low-level conversations. What does that mean? People that are talking about people that are talking about problems, those are not the conversations you want to be having. The conversations you want to be having about great ideas, about solutions, and about what can be done and how to do it. Because too many people talk about what needs to be done, but I never hear conversations with how. It's okay for you to bring to me the what the problem is, but now let's talk about how are we going to proceed with this problem. Because I'm the kind of person that I want to take action right away. So if you want to talk to me about problems and complaining and suffering, unless you're ready to then proceedingly move into the solution and to what we're going to do, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but not even today, like right now. It's what we're going to do right now. That's what that's what I want to talk about. What we're going to do right now. Don't bring it up to me. Because believe me, if you talk to me, we're going to talk about it. Because once you got my attention, I'm going to love you. I'm going to fight for your life. I'm not going to ignore you. For the first time in your life, you're going to be listened to. And then you're going to be cared for. Care is such a powerful word. What would happen if more people would care about others? What would happen if more people would care about individuals, about what we learn, about what we talk about? What would happen if we were to put the intention of caring? I promise you, if you lead your life off with that word every day, you're going to have exponential growth and change in your life. Let's use the word until. I'm not going to stop until everyone's life around me is better. I'm not going to stop until everyone has gone from a place of thinking, which is opinion, but to a place of knowing, which is experiencing. I'm not going to stop until everyone around me is free. And notice, I use the word successful. I ain't use the word rich, wealthy. I use the word free. And the reason why I say free is because those things come from being free. If you're wealthy, if you're successful, if you're rich, that's because you're free. And what does that mean? You're free to do what you love to do. You're free to spend your time on the work that matters and the things that matter. And to surround yourself with the people that matter. That's freedom. Freedom is that we get to serve. That we get to give. That we get to contribute. That's what it means to be free. That we get to uplift humanity because we're no longer trying to survive. We get to use the most powerful thing given to humanity, which is our thoughts. We get to create thought into reality. It's not about how hard you work. No. It's about what kind of thoughts are you bringing into this world. And see what happens. See what the outcome of that is. Use your mind the way it's supposed to be used. For creation, to better everyone around you. Because my dream is for everyone around me to be free to do what they love and to contribute. To get to come to the understanding that I have arrived at. But it's such a narrow path. Only very few reach it because it can only be earned. Even though I found life's treasure, I can't just give it to you. I can only point the way. I can only light the way for you. I can tell you in what direction to go and how to get there, but only you as an individual can earn it. But you have to desire it, and you have to believe it, and you have to expect that it's going to happen. And you cannot let the world's distractions grab you. So, best way to explain a compass, right? If I throw different magnets around it, it can be thrown off. So you have to calibrate yourself every day to make sure that you're going towards that North Star. Every day. You gotta make sure that there is no magnets trying to take you off course, which would be your lesser desires. Make sure that is your one true desire, where your heart is yearning for, because you deserve to know what that feels like. And notice, not the achievement of it, but the journey of it. That's where the joy lies. Because every single time you look back on the journey, what a feeling. In this instant, words cannot describe. Because it's our ultimate life's treasure.